If you're a wrestling fan of any kind, this is the podcast for you. My co-host Miggy and I talk about the independent scene. We talk about the main event of every PLE and pay-per-view and Monday Night Raw and SmackDown and AEW, and we talk about it all. We interview some of the rising stars of the SoCal wrestling scene. We are the official podcast of DreamSlam Wrestling, and we hope that you hit that subscribe button. And if you like what we're talking about, give us a thumbs up. Videos 3 times a week. Stay with it. What's up, everyone? Welcome back to How Is This Fake? It's me, TJ, joined by Miggy, and we're also joined by the head honcho of DreamSlam Wrestling. Once again, Chris, welcome to the podcast.
Yo.
Thank you guys for having me.
Yeah, man.
By the way, that is a sick hat. I used to
I
have
do like
one
that hat.
just like it. I always wish the Angels would have stuck with the blue in their uniforms. That's just me.
Yeah, I mean, I also wish they go back to being called the Anaheim Angels. But I don't know.
You don't like the
Well,
Los
it makes more
Angeles
money.
Angels of Anaheim? Why not?
Well, I mean, I think it's just I don't know. A lot of LA people are like get upset about it, but it's just a money grab, unfortunately. But,
Oh,
yeah.
for sure.
Well, dude,
I'm with you.
we got a lot to talk about. First of all, thanks for having me ring announce at the last show in Long Beach. That was a whole lot of fun. But I think this show is going to be this return to Gamecraft Brewing in Anaheim, right behind Angel Stadium, who we were just talking about them. I think it's going to be even better. So what can you tell us about this next event coming up this weekend?
First of all, sorry, didn't get the microphones ready for you. We had a little technical difficulties. You had to like scream out everything. But
dude, I loved it. Dude, I was down. I enjoyed it. It was fun.
Yeah. No, but this Saturday is our return to Gamecraft. The last show we were there was back in July for our anniversary show. And we're excited, man. Like we're gonna, it's fan appreciation, so we're gonna do a couple giveaways. On deck is
Nice.
some Angel ticket giveaways back on the Angel thing. They have,
Nice.
I think, their last home game the next day, so we'll give that away. Maybe some t-shirt merch. Definitely some tickets to the upcoming shows that we have going on, and then maybe a picture or two. Everybody loves that. But yeah, it's all about fan appreciation. We're not here without the fans. We're not here. We do everything for them, so it's nice to be able to kind of have that theme. Hopefully, we get to we'll probably do it at least once a year, and yeah, just recognize the fans keeping us going.
Speaking of keeping you going, so the last show, the one we were just talking about, where I was screaming into the wilderness, was a rescheduled show. But then you have this one coming up this weekend, and then you have at least one more, right? Like you guys are super busy.
Yeah, we picked up. We started to pick up a little bit. Long Beach, thankfully, wants us back once a month, so I think we're going to start doing like the first Saturdays of the month there. And Gamecraft, when we went to go talk to them about coming back and setting up dates, they actually opened up another kind of like area that they sell beer out of, like they have a business out of in Tustin, which is kind of like a little bit of a dirt lot right next to the downtown scene, which it's pretty cool. So we're going to be there October 11th, and yeah, I mean,
Nice.
both spots want us back at least once a month, so we're going to be pretty busy, running possibly 3 shows a month going forward, and we'll see how we do.
Dude, that is
That's
nuts.
awesome, man.
That's crazy.
Why? Some would say, "Don't stop you now," right?
Yeah, man. I mean,
see what I did there?
yeah,
See what I did there?
don't pardon the pun there, but yeah, definitely don't stop us now. And that's the kind of attitude our team has. We're excited to be able to, take this on. I mean, just this weekend, on Saturday, we were helping with the Baracho Brawl, which was a massive success. Like, I hope we get to be a part of the next one, and I hope it happens soon because so much fun just to be there and enjoying, some lucha libre, and the whole crowd loved it. A lot of great fun matches that happened that day. So hopefully, like I said, we can do another one real soon. And then, yeah, the next day, we rescheduled from August, but that was a killer show too, man. The Long Beach brought it. Like, they came out and they were hot, they were loud. You couldn't ask for more. So it was a real good night. And then this Saturday, we'll get to do it again. So team's ready. We got card announced. I mean, let me kind of break it down top to bottom. Our main event is going to be Alan Breeze versus Five Star. So they have a long history already, um, going into the New Japan training. And, I know during the King of the Dream tournament, Five Star had a chance to kind of have a bye to the finals, because, Alan had taken Can't Stop Jamal out, and he instead decided to step up and try to make the wrongs right with Alan Breeze. But unfortunately, Alan Breeze got the better of him. But then at the anniversary show, Five Star got the better of him and pinned Breeze for the championship. So it's like,
That's right.
it's not necessarily the rubber match, but for them, I'm sure it's a lot of bragging rights. And then we got Fatal Hero. It's gonna be awesome. Hero is one of the best out here in SoCal, and Fatal is just
Yeah.
killing it. He's killing it all over the West Coast. So really excited for that one. We got Can't Stop Jamal and Isaiah Bronson. Um, Can't Stop Jamal has been, a mainstay with us from day one. But if you guys haven't checked out Isaiah Bronson, he's real competition. He has some very interesting promos that I'm looking forward to seeing if he puts one out for Jamal.
Nice.
But he's an interesting character and must watch. So I'm excited for that one. Then we also have Mikey versus Kid Destino. He's debuting.
Okay.
Kid Destino, he's a rookie out of Santino Brothers, one of the premier schools here in SoCal, and he's going up against Mikey. Mikey's longtime vet, monster of a man. Really interested to see how he does there. And then we also got, which we kind of somewhat announced in the promo, but we didn't really formally announce it. Barbie Boy versus Oscar Felix. It's going to be
Oh, wow.
number one
Very
contendership
nice.
match for a future California Dream Championship opportunity. So a lot riding on that one. It's a rubber match from the tournament as well, King of the Dream.
Right.
So we're interested to see who goes on top on that one. And then to cap it off, just announced today a huge fatal four way.
I have a lot of questions about this one because I'm pretty excited to hear about some of these competitors in this one. But I'll let you announce it first.
Okay, for sure. Yeah, no, the return of Bovey, first and foremost. Bovey's back. Don't believe all that Nacho Daddy hearsay. Bovey's back. And he's going to take on Guy Cool, another mainstay for us, debuting Big Meat from House of Lucha. So we're really excited to have him. And unfortunately, Noah Anderson couldn't make the show. He's injured at the moment, but Charming Biagio is going to step up and take his place.
So I know I've never officially talked to Bovey. I follow him on Instagram. Dude is all over the place doing a bunch of cool things. But I do know that his biggest fan is Nacho Daddy. Any chance
Yeah,
that Nacho Daddy shows up to help his boy?
I mean, we'll have to see. We'll have to see what happens. But that's probably one of the biggest news. Like, everybody knows that, Nacho Daddy's Bovey's biggest fan, and Nacho Daddy's all our heroes. So,
Yep.
I mean, we hope we get to see him. I'm gonna be praying that we do.
It wouldn't be the same without him.
What can you tell us about just just because I love these names. I've never. I mean, I don't know who these guys are. I was actually really hyped about this at work today. I looked over at my friend and I was like, dude, I'm so upset that I'm gonna be missing another DreamSlam show, and I'm missing out on Cool Guy and Big Meat.
Yeah,
Cool Guy
Big
is one of the
Meat.
coolest.
Well, guy cool is his
Or
name,
Guy Cool,
but
yeah.
Guy Cool.
but
That's I was
he also
doubling the cool. I
goes
fucked it
by
up.
the party captain. But
Party Captain. Oh, I don't.
True.
Maybe I gotta let him borrow the captain hat.
maybe, but
Oh,
yeah, I mean, Guy Cool is probably the coolest guy. Coolest guy there is out here. He plays music. He wrestles. He trains. I don't know if you guys saw our announcement. There's a new school that opened
yes.
up in
Yep.
Santa Ana. Yeah, the Cool School of Wrestling. Head trainers are Kota Hero, which is going to be at the show, and Guy Cool. So he's pretty cool, man. Like
Nice.
Guy Cool's pretty cool. And Big Meat, I guess. I mean, I don't know. You'd have to ask him why his name's Big Meat. But I just know he comes
Oh,
out of the House Lucha School, another great school in Orange County, and he's been doing some damage over there. So we're
all
excited
right.
to have him and see what's up. And then Charming Biagio, man, like Charming is Charming. He's one of the best in SoCal. Never a bad match with Charming. So this is going to be a fun fatal four way.
It sounds like it, man, and I will be using my imagination to figure out why Big Meat is called Big Meat. But
I'll get some answers for you. I'll get
thank
some
you,
answers for you.
thank you.
I
You
I,
just
I
be like,
do have to
hey,
say
hey,
one.
my friend Miggy, he's obsessed with Big Meat. He needs to know more.
Dude, I is he a bigger guy, or is that just like an intense kind of name?
I mean, I've seen him at some of the House of Lucha shows, and I got to see him in action at the Baracha Brawl this Saturday. Yeah, he's a
Oh,
pretty big
okay.
guy. He's not huge, but he's a hefty fella. He's got
All
some
right.
meat on the bones, pardon the pun, but dude, he at Baracha Brawl, he wrestled Mike Check and he took it to him. And Mike Check's one of the best out here in Orange County as well. So it's like he was really impressive. So you get you know looking forward to seeing him.
Yeah.
There was one other name on the card I mean, I'm excited about the whole thing, but one name in particular, just because I've seen the last couple of his matches or a few of his last couple of matches, and Kid Destino.
Yes.
Dude, I don't know. Like you said, he's a rookie, but I wouldn't know that because I'm not even a rookie. But like I don't know, I've enjoyed his matches like so far. He reminds me of a lot of different wrestlers, like good wrestlers, and I'm just excited to see what happens with him.
Yeah, no, definitely. He's got a big challenge ahead of him, though. I mean, he's got Mikey O'Shea, um,
And he's been around a
veteran.
long time, right, Mikey O'Shea?
Yeah, he broke out. I think 2008, 2009, 2009. I think is when he started working. But yeah, Mikey's been around a while. Mikey's won so many different championships, all through different companies in SoCal as well, and then all over the West Coast, I'd say. And he's a savvy veteran. Like nowadays, he uses a lot of his expertise in the ring to get the job done. But when he needs to hulk up and he needs to be Wreck It Mikey and bring that juggernaut out, he's unstoppable when he does that. So
Nice.
I don't know if we'll see it with Kid Destino. If we do, just pray for Kid Destino that he makes it out, in one piece. But it's going to be a big challenge for Kid Destino, who I haven't gotten to see personally yet, but I've heard so many good things, and
Okay,
I've seen so many good matches, and it's always cool when you get to see a kid like that, really start to ride the lightning bolt or just get that buzz going, and we'll get to see what he's all about this Saturday.
totally. Me, you got any? I have a couple questions, but they're not related to this show. Do you have any related to to Saturday?
Um, Now, Gamecraft Brewing, right? That's where it's taking place.
Yeah,
Do they have food?
they do. They usually have a food truck that you know just vends right next to the entrance. So as soon as you walk in, you're able to make your order if you need to. And I think
So
lately it's been like a kebab food truck,
'cause
but they
the
have
reason I ask is
yeah.
because somehow, some way, we need to have a you need to talk them into, well, one, we need to have Nacho Daddy versus Big Meat.
Okay.
And then
Like,
and then you have them make nachos. And then you have the Dream Slam special, Nacho Daddy's Big Meat Nachos.
That's pretty
And
wild.
each comes with an autograph from Bovey because he just loves the guy.
Like he's gonna autograph the chips. He's
Autograph the
gonna,
chips. There you go.
oh my god. That could be potential food poisoning. Um,
It's just an idea. Just an idea. All
I
right,
mean,
TJ.
well,
not a
that
bad
kind of
idea.
leads into what I was talking about because I wanted to pick your brain when it comes to like booking shows and what kind of stories you go with and why that nacho idea is so ridiculous. Like there's a reason why you're doing potentially 2, 3 shows a month now. So can you dive a little deeper into like what you think is most important when putting a show together?
Yeah, no, definitely. It's like a balance of a tightrope, right? On one side, you have the business side. Excuse that. On one side, you have the business side, so you want to make sure you have all your ducks in a row as far as, you know, um, as far as like you're going to potentially have a good draw, you're going to have garner enough interest to get people excited, and then not just excited, but to commit to coming into the show. So I mean, I appreciate everyone who comes in because I know here in California, man, you have so much to choose from as far as entertainment, as far as things to do. So anybody that comes to a DreamSlam show or any independent wrestling show, like, thank you, because without you guys coming and supporting, a lot of us don't get to do this. So it's balancing that part. Plus, the other side of it is booking and kind of telling a story. So it's very difficult in independent wrestling because one, if you don't have your dates set, if you don't have everything set going forward and trust yourself or have a venue or whatever trust you to be able to do good business those days, then it's hard to do any kind of long-term storytelling. But when we do have that opportunity to kind of like have dates set forward, and we have a great group of guys and girls that are committed to telling good stories, and it's we want to try to find what are the best matchups. We want to try to find what's most exciting to the fans, who are their favorites, who are the people that they enjoy watching, make sure we bring them back. But then also, like, I'm big on opportunity. My main reason for wanting to do, 3 shows a month, if not possibly more, if we're able to, is to be able to do that, to give opportunity, to be able to, bring people from all over the place that maybe other people haven't seen that could be their new favorite or so. Just as an example, this last Sunday, El Mexica. He's one of the brightest up
Dude,
and coming stars up here, and he killed it.
yeah.
He was in the show. He was at our August show as a dark match, but this time we put him up against a 5-star, Raymond Bright, and you know, they both lit the crowd on fire. So it's being able to still tell a story while incorporating new stars, and you know, yeah, just have it all kind of flow together. Um, a lot of the times with like Nacho Daddy stuff and like that, it's just about balance. You know, uh, I love tag team wrestling, so always want to make sure we have a good tag team match. Bad Meets Nasty or tag team champions, and they have nothing but bangers, man. Every single
Yeah.
team they sit in there with, and then even before them, we have the Wrestle Buddies, we have the Party Juggernauts. We've had a lot of tag teams come through that, have thankfully had amazing matches and lit our tag team scene on fire. We just kind of ride that as much as we can. But Nacho Daddy gives a little bit. Nacho Daddy and the whole Bovey thing with the playful just gives a little different tastes of something a little more, different than just intense competition. But yeah, it's about balance. It's about balance, and then making sure we have our finger on the pulse as far as what people want to see and being able to deliver that to them.
What's the biggest thing you look for when you want to put someone on one of your shows but you've never worked with them before? Like, do you go based off of like their YouTube, or is it just a gut feeling? Is it a personal, like, I like this style, I don't like this style? Like, how do you pick what's best?
Yeah, no, that's a great question. A lot of our bookings are based out of recommendations, to be honest. So
Okay.
if there is someone we're interested in, I'm gonna ask around. I'm gonna be like, hey, how's this person? How uh how do they work? Well, how do they work in the like behind the scenes in the ring? How are they to work with? Are they, are they a good person for the most part? Because I want to be able to have a happy and good locker room.
Hmm.
A locker room that's excited to be there and excited to put on a show for the fans. So it's a lot of recommendation, asking around, seeing who's here, who's there, is someone interested in working with us, or if we're interested in working with somebody, trying to reach out and figure that out. And then other than that, it's just other people that reach out to us, just letting them know if they haven't been in the business that long, to just come through, introduce themselves, help out if they can, if they want to. But for the most part, introduce themselves. I like to meet people first before, if I don't have any specific recommendations, I like to meet them first before I commit to putting them on the show. And then, yeah, you know, kind of go from there.
Very nice. What do you got, Maggie?
Um, I'm just fantasy booking in my head, thinking of all the people I want to see in DreamSlam.
I want to see
Um,
you in
I
DreamSlam.
want to see me at DreamSlam too. But I was also thinking about
Yeah,
and then you brought up the Nacho Daddy thing again, and I just can't get over how much fun that when we had Nacho Daddy and El Hijo de Super
El
Jr.
Hijo
Ramsey
del Super
Jr.
Ramses Jr.
Yeah, that was just a fun episode. But
I didn't know they were gonna do that, and I didn't know they were gonna do it all in Spanish. And so I was just busting up laughing because I felt a complete lack of control of the show, but in like a perfect way. It was, yeah, one of the best times. Go back and watch that video with Nacho Daddy in the thumbnail.
but I guess like you brought up a good point. You want to have like a good and like a respectful locker room, things like that. A lot of craziness in independent wrestling locker rooms has been taking place all over the internet. I guess so. How do you like assure that there's a respectful locker room? Is it just come down to meeting the people first and getting their vibe, or is there
Well, I
locker
mean,
room rules?
um, not necessarily. I'm the booker, promoter, all that stuff, But
Yeah.
I don't get involved with the locker room. That's the boys and girls. That's their space. That's their things to worry about. That's their sacred ground as far as what they decide to do if anybody gives any trouble or anything.
Yeah.
Every once in a while, I do hear some stuff that would happen or whatever, but for the most part, we have some pretty good locker room leaders that are vets that kind of step up and take over on that. But yeah, I mean, if it's somebody that we kind of heard has had a little bit of a attitude with this or that, and maybe we hold back, but at the same time, not completely, because
Yeah.
everything's could be just hearsay. I'd rather find out myself. But for the most part, the way we kind of keep a good, harmonious locker room is by just, going through recommendations through people that we know that haven't really ruffled feathers, that really haven't rubbed other people the wrong way or had any kind of ego or anything negative like that that they would possibly bring to the locker room, and keeping away from those people and then bringing in the people that just want to, put on a good show for the fans, want to put on a good show for themselves and who they're working with, and yeah, going forward with that because with the whole thing that happened last month, um, you can't control that too much in a sense because nobody knew that certain person was going to do that and rush into the ring and you know take matters into their own hands like that. Like, but at the same time, you want to just try to stay away from people like that. And if there's anybody that isn't really smarting up to things, just keep them away from stuff like that. Not trying to get them involved. Um, yeah, man, it's all you know recommendation from the boys and girls on who they like to work with and who they like interacting with and bring them in to add to the team.
Makes sense. So you heard it here first, folks. The DreamSlam locker room works well together, and they're very respectful towards each other. And the way that they are able to make sure that that dynamic stays well is by making Enoch the Enlightened change by the dumpsters.
I've seen him do it. I've seen him do it.
That's probably by choice, though.
Yeah,
That's
he
true.
likes
He's
he
more-
likes
he's
this,
more
he likes the
comfortable.
smell.
Yeah. I'll tell back on the locker room. So I've been ring announcing, I think this last show was like my fourth or fifth time ever. And it's a little intimidating being someone who's like never been to wrestling school, trying to like make a good impression, not look like an idiot. Uh if I fail forward. And I just want to publicly say to anyone who I've seen before a show, thank you for making it easy because I still feel like there's this new kid at school kind of thing. Uh, and but that's all self-inflicted. No one has ever made me feel unwelcomed or anything like that, and so that's very like it's good. It's positive. So I just want to
Yeah.
piggyback off what Miggy said about how good the locker room is.
Are
Not to kiss
do you
ass or
get
anything.
stage
That's the
fright?
truth.
Do you get stage fright, TJ?
No, I did when I was a kid, but I outgrew it when I grew
It
up.
was like one of
I
those
don't know.
imagine everybody else in the room is naked kind of things.
Uh, I don't know what it was. It was just like, I don't know. But yeah, so locker room's cool with me. Miggy, do you got anything else?
um,
Because I have one question about some particular Dream Slam wrestlers.
So coming from, I went to the GCW show on Friday night. We were talking a little bit about that. And what are the chances of us ever having like a crazy death match wrestling in Dream Slam? Would you be opposed to that, or you just?
I wouldn't be opposed, but it's not really our thing. Um, we kind of go more for like a family show, not necessarily family show because the most recent show in Delhi we had Wicked Wicked and Funny Bone just beating the crap out of each other with tacks
Yeah.
and a bunch of weapons. So um, we our October show is going to be more on the violent side. So
Nice.
hopefully that would feed a little bit of that thirst. But as far as going full out death match, that's not really our thing, man. We if it's not our thing, why even bother to
No, it makes sense.
get in there? But every once in a while, I wouldn't be opposed to watching a death match or two here and there get into the card. But overall, like a big old like just death match card, that's not really us.
That makes sense. I
Yeah.
only reason I asked is because I did you ever see Bring Her Back, the movie?
I don't believe
It
so.
just came out. It came out earlier in the month. I don't know. One of the directors, he's an A24 director, just competed in a crazy death match, and I can't stop watching the clip of him going through glass and then onto a bed of what was it? Barbed wire. I don't know.
You wish it was you.
I do kind of like. I really do like. If I was ever going to be in wrestling, I do think that that's the kind of wrestling I'd want to do, just to like. I don't know. That would be my niche. But
Well,
all
I mean,
right, PJ.
I would hope that you'd have a high pain threshold because I can
Oh yeah,
imagine.
yeah, yeah.
He just
Well,
doesn't
we'd
want to.
find out. We'd find out for sure.
He just wants to be able to take a crazy bump and not do all the working out and all that kind
That's
of
really
stuff.
what
He
it
just
is.
wants to do the one bump and get it
That's
all,
really what it
just
is.
all the
It's the
pain in
shock and
one.
awe.
Yeah. I got to ask about two particular wrestlers who are not on this upcoming card, but the last time I saw them, there was a little bit of bad blood, but that's bad meets nasty. The tag team champions, Honest John,
Mm,
Chris Nasty, who's made the PWI 500. So congratulations to him.
congratulations. Yeah.
Um, that's got to be pretty cool. You got a PWI 500 guy as your champion or
Yeah,
one of your
and
champions.
a couple years ago too, when Vito was the DreamSlam champion, he had made the list too. So you know, it's always cool to be able to work with and see the people you work with achieve things like that. So
Yeah.
congratulations to Chris and I know a lot of the guys that we have in the locker room are more than worthy to be on that list, and hopefully they get that recognition soon. But I mean, as far as what happened, I mean, how would you feel as far as if you're supposed to be fan favorites and you come out and you always get, out cheered? I think that's
Mm.
a little bit of what the beef might be. And, you know, Honest John's a little more vocal about things. Nasty, I'm sure it bothers him, but for Nasty, it seems like he's just more into the competition than anything. So I don't know. That's a good question. I didn't really bother to sit down and ask them and have them talk it out or even possibly hug it out or anything. But hopefully the next time we see them, we get a couple of answers to that because yeah, that was a little odd, and I don't think people want to see them break up. I certainly don't. They're an amazing tag team. They're great champions, and we'll see what the future holds for them.
Who's your longest reigning tag champs ever?
Longest reigning tag champs ever. I think it would have to be them at the moment because the Buddies had it from June up until February. They won it back at May, but as far as like one reign, it would probably be Bad Meets Nasty. They've had it over a year now. They won it last year in August.
Very
Yeah,
cool. Yeah, I would hate to see them break up because they're or not break up, but just I would hate for their relationship to get to a place where they don't want to tag together anymore or where it affects their matches in a way to where it's, it makes them not as great as they usually are because their matches are usually top two of the night for sure, every like on like a consistent basis. So I hope they can
yeah.
hug it out.
But I do think that if you were going to book Chris Nasty on as like a singles match, you have him wrestle Nacho Daddy, and then you have a special um type of nacho. We'll call them Nacho Daddy's Nasty Nachos. Um, just an idea. Just an idea.
Did you skip lunch or something, pal? Like
Dude, I
talk
really
a lot
did. I,
about food.
I really did, actually.
He texted me twice since 3:30 and he was like, "I took a nap."
Yeah.
Took two naps in like the last 6 hours.
Dude, I am so tired. I went to work. I texted you in the car ride home from work, and then I fell asleep and then woke up 5 minutes before this, and I said, "Oh, sorry, man. I fell asleep."
Yeah, we
And
text
then
each
we're
other all day how much we love each other.
we do. We do.
That's pretty much. Well, we only got a couple minutes left, so Chris, what can you plug? What do you want to say? What do you want all the Dream Slam fans out there and anyone who might be interested in coming to see one of your shows? What do you want them to hear?
Um, I mean, first and foremost, thank you to everybody who supported us, from the fans to everybody that's worked the shows and in the ring and out of the ring. It's a whole team effort. I know you guys talk me up as being the big boss or whatever, but it's my team, man. The team's strong, and TJ, you're part of the team. You've seen it. We all work hard to get shows done. There's a lot of great independent wrestling companies out there. Whatever your favorite one is, you know, we're trying to be your second favorite maybe or whatever, but we're, you know, we want everybody to come to the show and have a good time. Whether your thing is watching athletic wrestling, competitive matches, something fun, a little bit more on the violent side, or some, you know, women's wrestling, whatever your favorite type of wrestling is or whatever, we try to incorporate as much as we can into the shows. So, you know, we're big on having a little bit of everything for everyone. But yeah, just very grateful to be able to have these shows and to be busy and put people to work and put some money in their pocket. Like it's a cool thing. It's a cool feeling. And yeah, anybody who's looking to possibly work with us or anything, we more than likely have already thought of you and want to work with you. But it's, you know, before just doing one show a month or before that, every other month or so, it was difficult to bring people aboard and to tell stories with a new roster every time. So at least now we're going to have a little more consistency, and we'd love to be able to work with as many people as we can that, you know, want to be there and that will give it their all for each other and the fans.
Phenomenal.
It's this Saturday, September 27th, Lil Wayne's birthday. DreamSlam Wrestling presents Don't Stop Me Now.
Stop us now.
Don't stop him now.
Cause we're having a good time. Having a good time.
DJ will
I've
be
listened to
there.
that song so much this past couple weeks. It's such a great
Yeah.
song. I'm gonna be sick of it though, eventually.
He's going to be so excited for the next one, Bohemian Rhapsody. Everyone, thank you so much for listening to this episode of How Is This Fake? Don't forget to follow DreamSlam Wrestling at DreamSlam Wrestling everywhere. Follow us at HITFPOD. Subscribe, like, comment. What are you most excited for these next couple of DreamSlam shows?